Uh, Give me a second. It's kind of hard to move. I guess that's what happens when you get older. You either get twisted and bent and move slower, or you can't move at all.
Just wait till you get old.
I never thought I'd be 30. Look, no matter how this goes, this is just peaceful. This is just me talking. I appreciate more than you ever know everything you're doing. Everything. I don't care if you stay and listen.
I have a house to get done.
I understand, but I'm not telling you can't hear or stay or anything else. This ain't gonna take all day. Or you can go pack. I'm not telling you.
I'm not packing, I'm throwing. This is going in the trash.
I understand. But I'm just telling you, I appreciate, I recognize a lot of things you did. And I realize not only that my tenure is up and there is no in between. I am leaving. It's only a matter of how and when. I realize that. I'm not fighting it. I'm okay with leaving. I'm going to leave. Irregardless of what you do. I'm leaving. I'm just saying thank you for all you've done. Simply. There has been a lot going on in my life lately. To put it lightly. I've known basically since I got out of jail after catching these charges that I wasn't welcome here. I accepted that. I've known that. I've not fought that. I haven't been ugly one day, one time, with anyone for that fact. And I'm not going to be. I have been searching for a place to go away from here. Chelsea and I have searched on her days off when my vehicle, or her vehicle now, was able to go, in spite of financial hardships, which I basically put us in by making great decisions at the best possible times. And it has not been easy to locate a property that we could afford, or she could afford, that we both could agree on, that was going to be good for us and what we wanted out of life. Because what both of us want as two different people can be different at times. She may want to go somewhere and I will not go there. And if she chooses to go, she will go alone.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. If I want to go somewhere and she doesn't, then I will go alone, because I care for her, her feelings, and my marriage and relationship out of respect for the sacrifices that she has made for me. I find middle ground where we both can be happy. I don't have to get everything I want. That's cool. But there is a point. I will draw a line.
Reese.
And I will not give. Just like someone else I know. You can do whatever you need to, but this is as far as I go in negotiation. Is Chelsea's attitude towards me. That's her attitude towards me. We have had the worst fight, argument, disagreement, and hard time for the last 36 hours that we have had the entire time that we have been together, married, apart, or knowing each other. It has been ugly. And we have not fought, passed licks, but we have yelled at each other, we have screamed, and we have had to walk away and cool off and come back. And we are finally decided. And whether you know it or not, as a person, not knowing if you're going to be married and staying with a woman you've been with for almost 5 years that sacrificed her life for you, or being alone, that changes plans drastically on my intentions and my methods of doing things.
Racy, stop eating leaves.
It changes me as a person, because I realize what I will lose. So knowing what it is ahead of me and what I will lose, I'm okay with not coming back here. I'm okay with not having lots. It's immaterial. I'm okay with not having you in my life and loving you from a distance, because I can't be a part of your life, because we don't see eye to eye. And there ain't a middle ground on your decision. I'm going to respect you as a person and give you just as much space as you need to be who you need to be without me. I'm telling you I love you. I'm telling you, not for you and not for Chelsea or anybody else or anything else in this world. I am a changed asshole from what I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and 3 years ago. Drastically, noticeably. This action alone speaks volumes in that regard. In more than one regard. I came here to show the world the change that I had made because of Chelsea. Because of things. I am towing that line. I am showing you now. What happened to what? I'm changed. I'm not what I was when I left. I don't conduct my business the same way. I don't conduct myself the same way. I am not nearly as angry. I'm not even bitter. I have no ill will. My motivation for doing things is not ill-gotten gains or a lifestyle that I once loved. My motivations instead are to find peace within myself and my life, for not just me, but to share with her. And I have to have that, or I have to move on alone. For that stand, I'm willing to lose you. Matter of fact, I need to, in order for me to grow and be happy. Because irregardless of your positive inputs up to this point, this is not corrective. This is not necessary. This is a personal issue. This is very personal. Outside of anything else, this is personal. This goes beyond a business relationship. This goes beyond anything secular. This is you as an individual taking a stand, and me telling you I respect it, and I'll respect you as a person, not because I owe anything, but because it costs $0 to be decent. None. And I will lose my marriage over this. I will lose Chelsea over this, and I'm okay with that too. I am just like someone else I know. I'm just that hard-headed. I'm leaving here. I want very much so to take with me the things that I've worked for so that I don't ever have to come back. Not once. And that's not being rude or mean, but I want to do it peacefully. And I don't mind doing it. I'm going to do it peacefully.
I don't see you moving anything. I don't see you trying to get your stuff.
Okay?
All I hear is talk.
We have not talked like this.
Some. It don't matter. I ain't seen nothing move.
We have touched base twice. Over the weekend, I talked to you on a Friday.
Okay, whatever.
Here's,
I just don't see this happening that you talk about you're going to do.
here's why it has not happened effectively
It ain't
and
happening
quicker.
at all.
There's a lot of stuff.
Any other way, it ain't happened, Brett.
There's
You just lay in the bed.
There's a lot of things going. But when you don't know where you're moving stuff, it creates a huge problem. And when your truck's tore up, it creates a bigger problem. I've had to spend 4 days in the past 2 weeks and almost $520 to $530 in parts and materials alone to put that vehicle back on the road safely. Unexpectedly, I've had a booster, a master cylinder, brake lines that were cut, tires that blew out. I have had divinity and circumstance, crossroads at every intersection, at every turn that I have tried to cross. I have been lazy in some regards, yes. Wholeheartedly, I agree. I have not done due diligence in that regard 100% of the time. You caught me sleeping. I'll admit my fault. Yeah, there's been days I've been hurt and I've been lazy.
Get it done, Rhett. Get it done. I've had to put ice on my back many mornings and go to UPS.
I understand that.
I've had to do. I couldn't walk yesterday on my leg because I'd hurt my back raking straw. Well, we couldn't even hire nobody to help us rake straw. I did it.
I know
Then
you
I had
did.
to go to the chiropractor to get my ankle seen about.
I know you did.
Still hopping. I'm sorry, life's tough. It's full of crap, and you just got to get up and go anyway.
You're right. I was at one point in time, not long ago, given 3 days to be gone forcefully or face 20 years in prison because I reacted unfavorably and I agreed to it because I did wrong. I left.
Going back there.
But I
Talking about that stuff.
packed up 6 trailer loads and I watched it rot in the yard. And I'm not going to sit here and move everything to a yard and watch it rot again. I want to know what I take will be taken care of or I will leave it here. There's no point in that.
Red, we asked that y'all get out of the trailer. You're going to be out today by 5:30 because we're going to put in a block on you. Okay?
Mo.
We didn't expect you to move this because of the way you've been moving it. It's been here for months and months, and you was gonna sell it, and it ain't got sold. So we had decided that we would put it in the woods. We ain't gonna sell it. We ain't gonna steal it, and it'll be up to us to pick it up and haul it and whatever, because we can't get no help. We'll get it done. We'll get it down there in the woods. Steal your junk.
Could I ask you a question? Honestly. You know, I don't mind working.
Why don't you sell it? Why don't you put it on the trailer, go over there and sell it, and get it out of the way? Get rid of it and get money. I mean, I don't understand. You got it all sorted out.
It's not all
You got it
sorted.
ready. I don't care. You got enough sorted out to put a trailer load over there and go sell it. Why not? Why ain't you done it before now? I don't understand. You didn't need the money?
Everyone needs money, especially me.
I mean, what's the deal? What's the deal? Why let it lay here? It's money laying there.
Okay.
I mean, why leave it? We're going to have to haul it down in the woods.
I hear your frustration. I understand.
Yeah, I am frustrated because I busted my butt to do what I've been doing because I couldn't even hire Donnie. He he's arrived now. He don't want to do yard work anymore. So that's fine. I'll get it done myself.
I know you want to. And it's going to happen one way or the other, whether you do it or I do it. I get it. It's going to happen. I want it to
right
happen.
For me to have to do it. You need to do it. You drug it in, y'all, put it on a trailer and go sell it.
I understand that 100%.
Today.
It's going.
I've heard that so many times, I just can't even believe it. So,
I don't want you to.
I don't believe it till I see it happen.
That's fine.
Because I've been heard it.
I've seen him take 2 trailer loads.
I know you took some. We missed some stuff. But there's another trailer load or 2 or 3. Ain't more.
Some of it's trash, some of it's good. Some of it needs to go to the scrapyard. Some of it needs to go somewhere else. Some of these appliances are good. Some of them aren't mine. Some of the stuff here goes somewhere else.
You drug them up here.
And I'm doing
Responsible for them.
one way or other, yeah, I am. This is me trying to take effect. But I have to know where I'm going.
Show some actions. Show some action. Show some action. Let's just see some action.
Okay? Past that.
Get up and get busy.
Past,
Can't get it done.
before I go one step further, I have to know this. I know you're frustrated.
Yes, I am. I'm frustrated with talk and no action.
I appreciate your patience and willingness
About done.
to talk up to this point. I'm showing you and telling you, communicating with you that I recognize that you are frustrated. I recognize your willingness, and I am thanking you. This is almost over.
Leave it when I see it.
Now, you got 33 years down.
I will believe this when I see it.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
With me or without me, it's gonna happen. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's gonna happen with too.
That's your decision. I
My
am
decision. It's
I am
my
telling you.
decision.
I am telling you what I am doing.
I ain't arguing no more. I ain't arguing. I done said more than I wanted to say.
Me too,
So
because I
I
won't.
need to go. I got to go clean up the cook house.
5:30 is not enough time for me to move where I'm moving with everything.
Get everything out of that trailer by 5:30 because there's a lot going on that door.
Where am I going to stay until then? I have nowhere here to stay. I am homeless. I have no
I'm
power
sorry, Rick. Your choices put you there. Your choices put you homeless.
because I caught a drug charge. You won't take my rent money. I've had 8 days past my due date. You won't take my money. I don't mind paying you the money.
Red, you've known since you got out of jail you had to
And I have told you every problem I've had. How am I supposed to move when... Okay, will you shut your truck off so we can talk about your trailer? I'm trying to give you your trailer back before you go laws and sheriffs and whatever, because I have to live somewhere until I can get everything of mine away from here so I don't have to come back. I have nowhere else to stay.
We ain't going that. The reason we don't rent, you've not kept your word about what you said you was going to do. I've heard you're going to be gone today, going to go tomorrow, going to be gone tomorrow, going to sell this, going to get rid of this. You haven't done nothing. I don't believe you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That's just
You cannot believe me. But talking to Chelsea and talking to me are two different things.
okay.
I didn't know
talking
what...
to both of you.
That's why you're here, because I need to talk to you, because Chelsea does not effectively communicate. I don't want to stay. I don't want to stay here. I'm going to leave here, but I'm leaving here with everything, or I'm leaving with nothing at all.
I love you with all my heart.
I don't.
I want to help you,
I appreciate it.
but I know how to help you, and you won't help yourself.
I'm
But
going.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
You haven't lived up to your word.
Okay.
You need to go to rehab to get rid of your drug addiction. You're never going to get your life straightened out until you do that.
Okay.
You can't beat that on your own.
All right.
So you need to go to rehab. We told you we will support you in rehab.
Great.
So are you ready?
I'm not staying here.
Okay,
I'm leaving.
okay,
Where I go is irrelevant.
okay. That's fine.
I want to leave.
Okay. So leave.
I have to have somewhere to stay.
Not our problem.
That is my problem.
That's right. And you've had a long time to find somewhere.
Where I'm going from here is not 20 minutes down the road. I'm having to put things in a storage.
That's another reason for selling this junk.
That is why it's still here, so I will not spend it until I have to have it. You're wanting me to camp in this yard.
No, you're not going to camp in this yard. Rhett, if we have to, we'll get the papers that we have to get. I don't want no, you don't need no trouble.
I don't want any trouble. This is me trying to resolve things.
No.
This is me trying to resolve things without that input.
Your resolve is let you stay, just let you stay.
I'm
Let
not
you stay
going to just stay. She quit her job.
You just say, let me stay indefinitely. That's what you're saying.
I don't want to stay indefinitely. I do not want to stay indefinitely. But we have not talked to this point.
I'm not going to give you any more time.
There is a lack of communication.
Day's over, what we said.
There's a lack of communication.
No, it ain't no lack of communication. This is the way it is.
You talk to her.
This is the way
She
it
does
is.
not talk to me.
This is the way it is. That's between you and her, the lack of communication. It ain't my problem.
Now it's between you and I because your words have not effectively gotten to me.
Yes, they have.
No, they have not.
Oh, yes.
Not until yesterday.
Rhett, you're lying.
No, I'm not.
Hey, yes, you
When you message and call her, she doesn't tell me everything because she thinks I can't handle it.
You were supposed to be out.
I knew I wanted to be out. I've told you that.
Okay, just get out.
Hey, I mean, if you want to leave, tell me what to do with your trailer because you want it back according to her. I cannot hear you. If you want to leave, leave.
I said that's the only trailer I can haul my golf cart on behind that camper.
I don't want your trailer. It's nice when I can use it. It makes life so much easier.
So, do you want it back by 5 or 5:30?
You can use it up until then.
I cannot guarantee it will be back by 5:30 if I load it. And with you as upset and frustrated,
Wasting, all the time's a wasting.
I'm
Have
going,
it back by midnight tonight.
Mama,
I'm going inside.
this is the rental contract.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh boy, okay, Porter, hand it to me.
Whoa.
Porter. You know it all, Porter, hand it to me.
I don't know
You've been
nothing.
listening to crap from him, and
I-
that's fine.
I don't know
That's
nothing,
fine.
but this says I'll have electricity and it's included in the rent.
Rent ain't been paid.
You won't take my
She
money.
signed
I tried.
She signed the thing saying she was gonna be out, and she realized that we done been to the law. We got the paper to take care of it.
I didn't know about that. I'm trying. You won't take my money. I've offered to pay you. I do have the money to pay the rent. You won't take my money. This is not a confrontation. I'm telling you, I'm getting out. But how I get out is up to you. If you are going to go to the law and the magistrate, there's no point. I'm going to leave and you can have it all. This is not a fight over materials.
None of it. I want you to get your junk.
Well, then give me what I need to leave.
What?
Time. If I can use the trailer.
2 years, is that what you want? 'Cause the
Will
way
you
you
shut
working,
your
that's
truck
the way
out? Dear God, I can't hear you. It's right in my ear.
You want 2 years or whatever time you want. You want indefinite, and I ain't doing it.
I do not
ain't
want-
doing it. We done give you fair
I
enough
don't
time.
want
You're
indefinite.
laid in bed and laid in the bed.
I don't want indefinite.
I'm sick of it.
I'm sorry. I tried. I love you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm going to finish packing.
Will you please shut your truck off? It's hard to hear you.
We had told you you could leave the junk in that storage trailer till you could get time to get it out and a place to put it. We've told you that all the time.
Mama, Miss Bobby,
Hey, I'm fine. I just had to blow off some steam. Nothing, just the usual. Not yet, but probably so. I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm telling you, you can leave the junk in there until you can get time to get
I
it out.
can't come back here. I don't want to come back here.
Okay?
I'm trying to take that too.
We told you to get out of there by a certain date, and that you could have a few days to get your junk out of there. Chelsea said you're going to take it to Kai.
I'm going everywhere. Your trailer, where do you want it? When do you... Oh, God.